Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin Davis from Drone Camps. I have something new here from our friends over at gearbest.com. Check it out in the link below. These are the TOVSTO Vivid Video Goggles. They're 5.8 gigahertz, super huge screen on there. I hand selected these to show you guys because they are the largest screen for FPV that I've seen yet this year in a pair of goggles. The head plays are smaller. These are a little larger resolution than what I've seen out there. So let's go ahead and break open the box and show you what comes included with these. So here they are out of the box. They do look something like something you see in the arcade in the 1980s. Kind of Atari, Nintendo looking layout here. It's kind of cool looking. It's way different than what I've seen before. A little more flashy, but I do like the color combination of the yellow and the black. It does have a really nice strap on it as well for your head. It has a nice little battery compartment here in the very back, so the battery will come around and hook into this cable here. The battery is supposedly a 1300. The box says it's a 1000 milliamp, but the instructions say that it's a 1300. So it's a 2S 1300. It already has Velcro on here, so it straps right on inside here, and the Velcro grabs onto the headgear and stays in place. So that's pretty nice. And the screen is probably the biggest benefit of these goggles, as well as your full color menu inside here. You have all your buttons on the side for source, your up and down menu selection, and you have volume on here as well. So if you want to hear the buzz and the roar of your motors while you're flying, you can do that as well. You got an onboard mic, and your menu button is here. Up on the very top, you have a display for what channel you're on. You can also change band as well. I believe it's up to 40 channels on this receiver. You also have an HDMI out port, or HDMI in, so you could actually watch movies and you could do gaming on these, which is kind of cool. So they kind of, kill two birds with one stone here. Now this antenna is your 5.8 circular polarized antenna. It's going to get a good reception. It's not dual diversity antenna set up on here, but you know what? You're going to get a good signal from this. In close proximity flying, you're going to do just fine for most FPV racing and freestyle racing with your quadcopters. So let's go ahead, show you the rest of the accessories. That's the longer video cable extension that you get along with it. Very nice that you do have that. You also have in this bundle a longer battery cable, so if you want to have your battery extended out as well, you could power it from extending this out and plugging in your battery here on this bullet connector and coming from the top of your goggles. So that's pretty cool, as well as your wall charger for your battery. You have extra foam for the faceplate, so if your foam wears out over here, you can replace it. Very nice that they include that. And you have a carrying case. So most of these that I've seen so far, they didn't come with a bag for the goggles, and that's kind of nice. This keeps dust and particles out and off the monitor. You also have your instruction manual that comes with it. This is full English instruction manual, quick start guide. Okay guys, let's go ahead and plug in a quad so you guys can see what the image looks like on the display. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the goggles, the battery to that. Okay, so the screen is going to go ahead and load up. It's going to show you the logo at first, and then you're going to go straight to your FPV. If you don't have it right away, make sure that you go ahead and use the button on the very top. It's a little yellow button, and you will actually start to find the channel. You have 32 channels and 4 bands to choose from. If you press and hold the button, you should be able to change bands. So if you don't see it right away on your Fat Sharks, just hold it for a couple seconds till it changes bands, and then scan through your channels again. So you'll have 8 digital displays on the very top. You'll go 1 through 8 for those channels. Now it has a 3x optical lens on it. It's around 478 grams total weight with the battery on there. You get a viewing angle of 72 degrees, full HD, and 1280 by 720 is not bad on this 7-inch screen, so pretty nice. The nice thing about them is that the menu is also really slick. If you push the menu button on the side, let's see if I can get this to focus for you, you'll see a few different selections there. You'll see something for picture, and you can go through and change your picture settings, and you can change at the very bottom. It's really nice. You have that little DNR selection. Let me go back in there for you. Now you also have on there, you have brightness, hue, saturation, contrast, sharpness, and you can change the scale too as well. So that's pretty nice. Now I'm in picture mode here, but if I want to go over to the next screen over, I can switch over by pressing the volume button plus or negative, and this puts me in sound mode. I can turn the sound up or down or turn it off. I can change the balance, which is also nice. You also have OSD settings on here. You can move this up or down, and you can change the position, the H, which is horizontal, vertical position, and the duration, the halftone, and you can do memory recall, as well as like reset the factory settings on there. So it is very, very nice menu. It has a lot of options on there. So let's go ahead now and let's take a look at some of the other features. Now I'm back in this menu, and this is really important. At the very bottom of this menu, you're going to see that DNR setting and also your brightness and contrast. When you do have your quad powered on, you will be able to change these by pressing the volume button. You can scroll up and down, also go through the other modes. And it is a nice full color display. I feel like I'm looking at my PC when I'm using these goggles. It's probably one of the nicer displays and menus that I've seen in there. Inside here also, it is a sort of a large 72-degree full field of view in there, and that's a pretty wide screen. It feels like I'm staring at like a movie screen or something. I'm going to go ahead and plug the quad back in and turn on the Taranis one more time for you so you can see how awesome this screen really is. I'll change my source and go back to that main screen, and look at that, you guys. That's awesome. That's really, really nice. And they're big enough, the goggles are big enough here that if you are wearing glasses, you can fit your glasses up inside here, which is super nice. On the side, you can change the source. This first button right here is going to give you HDMI, AV1, and AV2 signals. Now I've had my eye on this set of Vivid goggles for quite a while, and I wanted to show you these goggles. They are in the $200 range. They're a little more expensive than some of the cheapies out there, but they have a much bigger screen. So if you're looking for something that's super immersive, that's going to make you really feel like you're flying through the trees or through the gates on the course, you're going to have a huge field of view when you're racing with these. So super nice pair of goggles. Everything on them feels decent quality. The strap actually feels better than some of the other cheaper ones I've gotten in the mail. The foam on there does feel like pretty hard EPO style foam, so it's going to be very dense out in the field. You're not going to get a lot of damage on the foam. The plastic is your simple industrial plastic, and all the hardware on here as well feels pretty good. This battery is encased. You could also take this bullet connector off. It is very similar to Fat Shark or other batteries on the market, these 2S 1000 milliamps. You can replace this with something a little bigger if you wanted to, which I would suggest, but I'm pretty impressed with the overall quality of this set of goggles, and I'm glad that I was able to show you this set of goggles. So I had a lot of fun flying with these and testing these out. They are fairly durable. They are a little bit large in scale, but you know what? This style goggles always are, as compared to something like your Fat Shark Dominators. But these are a different style, and they are quite a bit more expensive. These are around the $500 range, so quite a bit more expensive. So for my star rating, I'm going to go ahead and give these a 4.5. I'm going to take 1/2 a star off on these because I would like to see dual diversity on this set of goggles. However, that's not a deal breaker for me because you know what? I've flown with both versions, diversity and single antennas, and I've done just fine flying in close proximity. Most of the time we're flying in local parks and fields, so it's pretty close the way we fly. We don't fly long range, so for FPV and your first set of goggles, this would be a great set. So thanks again for watching. I'm Justin Davis. I will see you on the next one.